Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I'm here today to talk about something that can change your life in just 1 year. I'm talking about creating a 1-year success plan that will put you on the path to achieving things you never thought possible. Listen, I need you to understand something deep down inside. You can't get anywhere if you don't know where you're going. You got to have that picture in your mind, that destination, that thing you're working towards. I'm talking about more than just a vague idea. You got to see it. It's got to be so clear, so vivid that when you close your eyes, it's like you're already living it. You can't just wander around hoping things will fall into place. You've got to know exactly what you want. Every successful person I've ever met, every single one, had a clear vision of where they were headed. They didn't just say, oh, I hope one day I'll be successful. They said, I'm going to do this, and here's how I'm going to get there. Now, when I say vision, I mean real vision. It's not just about having a goal for the next week, the next month, or even the next year. No, it's about knowing where you want to end up. What does success look like for you? What does your ideal life look like? Can you see it? Because when you've got that kind of clarity, you can start making decisions that move you closer to it every day. This is important. When you have a strong vision, it doesn't matter if the road gets tough. It doesn't matter if the whole world tells you it's impossible. You've got something to hold on to, something to push you forward when everyone else says give up. You'll find yourself getting out of bed early, working late, doing what needs to be done because you've got your eye on the prize. Your vision becomes the fuel that keeps you going, even when things get hard. You can't afford to be vague about your future. Without a vision, you're like a car without a map. You're driving around hoping you'll get somewhere, but you don't even know where you're going. So I'm telling you right now, get clear on your vision, write it down, make it as detailed as possible, and start living it every single day. When your vision is locked in, you can go through hell and high water and still keep moving forward. Because with vision, you don't just hope for success, you expect it. And that right there, that's how you change your life. Now, let me tell you something. Dreams don't mean a thing unless you're willing to break them down into something real, something you can actually measure. I know we all got that big dream, that vision in our hearts, but if you don't set specific targets to hit along the way, you're just spinning your wheels. You can't sit around and talk about, I want to be successful or I want to make more money without knowing exactly what you're aiming for. That's like going to the airport and hoping the plane will take you somewhere, but you never bothered to book a ticket. You got to get serious about it. You can't just say, I want to be in better shape or I want to be a millionaire. No. You've got to pinpoint exactly what needs to happen and when it's going to happen. It's about breaking your big goals into smaller, bite-sized pieces that you can actually track. For instance, if you want to lose weight, don't just say, I want to lose weight. Get down to the specifics. I want to lose 20 pounds in the next 3 months. Now you've got something to work with. If you want to grow your business, don't just say, I want to make more money. Break it down. How much money, by when, and how are you going to get there? That's where the magic happens. You need a blueprint, something that tells you exactly what needs to happen and how to measure whether you're on track or not. Look, progress doesn't come by accident. You need to know exactly what success looks like at each step. And that's the key right there. If you can measure it, you can manage it. You can track your daily actions, see where you need to improve, and adjust. When you have measurable goals, it's like having a scoreboard. You'll know whether you're winning or losing And let me tell you, when you know you're making progress, you get hungry for more. It builds momentum. So let me say this loud and clear. When you set clear, measurable goals, you're not just dreaming. You're taking control of your destiny. Every single goal you set is a stepping stone that moves you closer to that big vision you've got for yourself. Don't get caught up in the wishy-washy stuff. Be specific. Make sure you can track your success and know that you're one step closer every single day. And remember, if you're not measuring it, you're just guessing. So go ahead, get specific, get real, and start crushing those goals. Let me tell you something, and I need you to hear me loud and clear. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Stop waiting for everything to line up perfectly, because that ain't gonna happen. I don't care how good you think you are, how much you plan, or how many people tell you you've got what it takes. If you're not showing up every single day, putting in the work and grinding it out, you ain't gonna make it. It's the people who keep showing up who win, not the ones who wait for the stars to align. You'll hear a lot of folks say, well, I need to learn a little more before I start, or I'm just not ready yet. I'll start when things are perfect. I'm gonna be straight with you right now. That's an excuse. You can't wait around for perfect conditions. If you do, you'll be waiting forever. The thing that matters isn't getting everything right from the start. It's about sticking with it. Every time you mess up, every time you stumble, you get back up and keep moving. That's how you build momentum. That's how you get better. The magic happens when you keep showing up, when you stay consistent, even when things aren't going your way. Let me tell you about the people who get it. They don't care about being flawless. They care about being consistent. They care about doing what needs to be done day in and day out, whether they feel like it or not. The ones who succeed aren't the ones who get it right every time, but they are the ones who refuse to give up. They've got this attitude of, you know what, I'll figure it out along the way. I'm not gonna quit. You don't need to hit home runs every time you step up to the plate. Sometimes it's just about getting on base, making progress, and moving forward, little by little, day after day. Over time, those little efforts compound, and next thing you know, you're crushing it. But forget about waiting for perfection. I'm telling you, perfection is overrated. You'll waste years waiting for everything to be just right. Instead, commit to the process. Show up every day. Put in the work, and trust that over time, your results will speak for themselves. Keep grinding, keep showing up, and in the end, consistency will always beat perfection. Just keep doing it, and keep doing it until you get where you want to go. That's the secret to success right there. Don't worry about being perfect. Just worry about being persistent. Let me tell you something. If you want to win, you got to start thinking like a winner. I'm not talking about just wishing for it or hoping for it. I'm talking about owning it in your mind before you ever see it in the real world. You see, winning starts way before you ever get to the prize. It starts with how you look at yourself and the situation you're in. The way you think is the foundation of everything. You can't let your circumstances define you. No matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, if you believe you're a winner, you'll start acting like one. And when you act like a winner, you start attracting opportunities. You start making decisions that lead you to success. Here's the thing, you can't afford to think small. You can't think for a second that what you want is out of your reach. It's not about being born into the right situation or having everything handed to you. It's about having a mindset that says, I can do this. You've got to trust in your ability to figure things out. When things get tough, and trust me, they will, your mindset is what will keep you going. It's not the circumstances that will define your success. It's the way you respond to those circumstances. You've got to learn to push through, no matter how tough it gets. The power of your mind is incredible, but you've got to take control of it. Stop letting negativity creep in. Stop letting doubts take over your thoughts. You know what I mean? The I can't do this or I'm not good enough mentality. If you let those thoughts run the show, you'll never move forward. It's like you're sabotaging yourself before you even start. Instead, replace those doubts with confidence. Replace those fears with courage. Instead, replace those fears with courage. Every single day, you have to tell yourself, I've got what it takes, even if you don't feel it at first. Believe in yourself before anyone else does. You might not see it yet, but every step you take in faith builds that belief. And here's another thing. Winning doesn't just happen when things are easy. You're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to stay focused when the world tries to knock you off course. But let me tell you, a winner never quits. A winner doesn't get discouraged when things don't go as planned. A winner finds a way, even when the odds are stacked against them. If you keep that mindset, you won't lose. You can't lose. You'll face challenges, but you'll meet them head on, knowing that you can find a way through. It's all about belief, persistence, and knowing that you're destined for greatness. So I need you to start thinking like you've already won. Act like you've already achieved your goals. See it in your mind first, and the rest will follow. Your mindset will determine your reality. The stronger your belief in yourself, the greater your chances of succeeding. You've got to believe you're worthy of what you want. And once you do, everything will start shifting in your favor. It all begins with the way you think. So think big, think strong, and think like a winner. Because if you do, success will be knocking on your door. Listen to me when I say this. The people around you can either lift you up or drag you down. It's like this. If you're hanging around with people who aren't going anywhere, guess what? You ain't going anywhere either. The energy, the attitude, and the mindset of the people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your own journey. If you want to succeed, you got to surround yourself with people who are already where you want to be, or at least on their way there. You need people who will challenge you, inspire you, and most importantly, hold you accountable. Now, I'm not saying you have to kick everyone out of your life. What I'm saying is you've got to be strategic about who you spend time with. You can't keep hanging around people who only want to complain, make excuses, or stay stuck in the same place. I'm talking about getting around go-getters, people who won't let you stay comfortable, people who believe in your vision as much as you do. These are the people who won't let you quit when things get hard. They'll be the ones pushing you to do better, to work harder, and to reach higher. These are the folks who will remind you that your dreams aren't crazy, they're possible. And let me be real with you. You're not going to get where you want to be alone. You need others to help you grow, to teach you, and to push you beyond your limits. You need those mentors who've been through the battles and have come out stronger on the other side. They've got knowledge that you don't have yet, and they're going to help you avoid the mistakes they made. When you get around people like that, they start to rub off on you. You begin to think differently, act differently, and start making moves you never thought possible. And I'm telling you right now, you got to let go of any relationships that aren't serving you. I don't care how long you've known someone or how close they are, if they're holding you back, it's time to make a change. If they're not rooting for your success, if they're not pushing you to be better, then they don't need to be in your circle. You've got to protect your peace, your energy, and your focus. Your time is valuable, and you can't waste it on people who aren't helping you grow. You want success? Start surrounding yourself with the right people. Start building relationships with those who believe in big dreams, who understand the grind, and who are already achieving the things you're working towards. Because when you get around winners, you become one too. It's like a chain reaction. Success feeds off of success. So make sure your circle is tight. Make sure it's full of people who will elevate you, and watch how your own growth skyrockets. Get around the right people and success will follow. Trust me on that. I want you to hear me loud and clear. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. If you're sitting around thinking that everything has to be just right before you take that first step, you're never going to move. There is no perfect time, no perfect situation. The best time to start is right now. I don't care what you're waiting on. I don't care if you feel like you're not fully ready or you don't have all the answers. I'm telling you, take action now. That's how you begin to make progress. It's the first step that sets everything in motion. Once you start moving, things start to fall into place. But nothing is going to happen if you're just sitting there waiting for the right conditions. Let me give it to you straight. Waiting for the right time is an excuse. Life doesn't wait on you to be ready. You've got to make it happen, even if you're scared, even if you don't have all the details figured out. Action is what creates momentum. The more you move, the more you learn, and the more you grow. You will never have all the answers before you start. It's impossible. But as long as you keep taking those steps forward, you'll figure it out along the way. Every single successful person you know, every single person who's made it to the top, didn't wait until everything was perfect. They acted. And that's the difference. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let that voice in your head telling you, what if it doesn't work, hold you back. You can't live your life in that what if zone. If you want to see something happen, you have to do something about it. Every little action you take, even if it's small, moves you closer to your goal. You'll never get to the finish line if you're still standing at the starting line. It's time to move. There is no magic moment where everything aligns perfectly. You make your moment by starting. Here's the deal. If you want something, you've got to start working for it now. You got to put in the effort now. Every little step you take now is going to make the next step easier and the next one after that. Before you know it, you'll be looking back and you'll realize that it wasn't the big leap that got you there. It was the consistent steps, the willingness to act even when things didn't feel perfect, and the determination to keep going no matter what. So don't wait. Get up, make a plan, and take that first step today. Don't wait for motivation to strike, because you've got to create that momentum yourself. The world is not going to hand you success. You've got to grab it with both hands, and you do that by taking action right now in this very moment. Start today. Move forward, and I promise you, things will begin to shift. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me wrap this up for you. You've got everything you need to make the next year your best year ever. But here's the truth. It all comes down to what you do. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. If you want to succeed, you've got to take everything we've talked about and turn it into action. I'm talking about a vision that's so clear you can almost touch it. I'm talking about setting real, measurable goals and staying consistent even when the road gets tough. I'm talking about developing that winning mindset, the one that keeps you moving forward no matter the setbacks. I'm talking about surrounding yourself with people who are going places and taking you with them. And I'm talking about taking action now, not waiting for the stars to align. The truth is, no one is going to hand you success. You've got to go out there and earn it. But I know you've got what it takes. I know that when you put these principles into play, you'll see the transformation happen right before your eyes. Your future starts today, right here. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. So go ahead, get clear on what you want, set those goals and stay consistent. Surround yourself with winners who will help you reach your full potential. And whatever you do, take action, because nothing happens until you make it happen. You've got one shot, 1 year to make it count. Make it your best year yet. Get out there and show the world exactly what you're made of. Let's go get it. Thank you.